Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
And I'm Paul, also known as Pabro. We're back with the final dev update of 2024. Today is November 8th. We just wanted to give you a warning.
Today is December 2nd. I'm lagging, you are lagging, everyone is lagging. You know, we're on the same schedule. This is good.
We will be talking about Arcane spoilers in our first section. So if you haven't finished the finale, skip to the time on the screen.
Also, if you haven't watched Arcane and you're afraid of spoilers, then just don't use the internet, you know? Like, bro, that's what the internet does.
Okay, spoiler disclaimer out of the way. Let's take a moment to talk about Arcane. It's been such an amazing journey to watch the story play out. And like many of you, we're sad it's over. But don't worry, we do still have a few more things in store on the game side. When we got started on Season 1, we got to watch the champions in Arcane live out stories we'd already seen or knew a little bit of. Or in some cases, we got to really flesh out the backstory of some older champions.
With Season 1, Caitlyn received a visual update to better align the game and the show. And for Season 2, we're doing something similar for Victor. And tomorrow, you'll see his update hit PBE.
We're not pulling a Gangplank and disabling him because he's dead.
Well, hold on. I think you're onto something with killing Gangplank and other characters. Okay.
By the way, fun fact, there was an event I want to see in 2015 where they legit canonically killed Gangplank. And we had a different event on ARAM. The map changed from ARAM to Bilgewater. The announcer voice that says pentakill, quadrakill, and whatnot was changed to Gangplank. And throughout the entire time, the Gangplank theme music was playing in the background. Bro, that was fucking glorious.
Anyway, we wanted to better represent his evolved, powered-up form we saw in Arcane, and the personality that goes along with it. Victor's update is primarily focused on updating his visuals, audio, and backstory. We want to showcase the striking evolution and changes you just saw him go through in the show. So we're going to keep the gameplay you know and love, with a slight change to his ultimate. The ult will still function largely the way it does now, but it'll get bigger with every kill until the ult is over. We wanted to mirror the feeling from Arcane, where he manifests a massive, growing storm that consumes everything around him.
We also updated all of Victor's skins.
So basically Aurelion, Sol, Q, and Ultimate on steroids.
We do want to point out that because of the updates to Prototype Victor, his price will be increasing from 520 RP to 750 RP.
Well, yeah, that was to be expected, because every single time they're updating a champion from the Arcane, the default skins, the dog shit skins that were released in 2014, that were straight up fucking chromas, what we consider right now are chromas. Back then they were decent skins. Right now it's chroma, so naturally their prices was priced as a chroma price. But given the fact that they are doing ASU VGU updates, they also are improving the skins. Case in point, Tema. The same will happen to Victor, or maybe already happened because I'm late to the party in here.
So if you want to get him at the cheaper price, make sure you get it before his updates go live. Alright? That's it for the Arcane spoilers. So right now, we'll hand things over to Steph and Chad to talk about seasons.
Hey everyone, I'm Chad, aka McIver. I'm the seasons lead on League of Legends.
And I'm Steph, aka 100 Piece Nuggets, or the cosmetics lead.
In the last dev update, Medler and Pabra mentioned we're introducing thematic seasons. So today, we're here to talk more about what a season is, what to expect with...
I just noticed the text on his shirt. That's the guy responsible for seasons, by the way. You know this is gonna be fun.
theme and what the experience is going to be like both on and off the Rift.
Over the years, we've fleshed out the world and regions of Runeterra, as well as various alternate universes like Star Guardian, High Noon, or Darkstar. We've highlighted these worlds in moments like summer events or narrative drops around champion releases. Now we want to take that immersion further with our new seasons.
So next year, we're going to have 3 seasons, each around 8 patches long, where we're going to follow champions around different regions of Runeterra. Each one is going to have its own theme, but we're going to have an overarching narrative that connects them throughout 2025.
And each season's theme will be the anchor for most of the content going into the game as well.
In the past, we've had these big releases like Swarm or Spirit of Hearthhome. They're super memorable and fun, but they're also
super memorable. Swarm, sure, I remember that, because they copied the Vampire Survivors. What is the... what's the last one he said? The heart of what?
The anchor for most of the content going into the game as well.
In the past, we've had these big releases like Swarm or Spirit of Hearthhome.
The fuck is a Spirit of Hearthhome? Like, did I miss out on something? The fuck is actually Spirit of Hearthhome? Orange Workshop. I did miss out on something, didn't I? Yeah, probably I did. I only remember Swarm and Arena. I remember Swarm and Twisted Tree Line. And Dominion. Yeah, that's all I remember. That was when they released Aurora. Was that a minigame in the client? Because if that was a minigame in the client, this shit doesn't count. Wasn't that a minigame before they released Aurora? Exactly my point. If that was a minigame, naturally I will not remember it because I don't play those minigames. But you didn't get your Singe skin. No, I don't think so. Is that a... Things fixes everything, right? That's the one. Rewards. Can I get reward? Oh, I need to finish bullshit in here. Yeah, not worth my time, not gonna lie.
They're super memorable and fun, but they're also not connected to a larger integrated moment. And in seasons, we want everything to connect together. That means things like gameplay updates, modes, mini games, and champions will mainly have a strong tie to the season's theme.
We'll have a bunch of skins that celebrate that seasonal theme, but we'll also
Of course you will. Of course you will have a bunch of skins. What's new? Water is wet?
continue to invest in a wide variety of skin lines that are unrelated to the season as well. So expect to see cosmetics celebrating Lunar Revel or things like bees.
Ultimately, our goal is to immerse you in the parts of the world that we're visiting from the moment you open the client to the moment you see the victory screen and everything in between. So enough tiptoeing around it. We know that you want to know what Season 1 is. So for our first ever season, we are headed to the land of strength and domination, Noxus.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, fucking surprise. Not Riot teasing Noxus in the last, I want to say, 6 months, give or take.
Hey everyone, I'm
Sup?
Riot Froxon, lead gameplay designer for League.
And I'm Riot Oberon, project lead of the Summoner's Rift team.
Riot Oberon. This rings a bell. Where do I remember him from? Wait, isn't he the player that was playing Karthus ADC, went 0-17, and then the fuck out of the game, almost lost the game, when his solo carry Aatrox pinged him being alive? Next thing you saw, pings getting removed. Dearest Karthus, yeah, I feel like this. Bro, am I trolling? Has to be the guy, no? Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that's the guy, by the way. That's the guy, yeah. No wonder I fucking remember his name. My guy went 3-10-3 as Karthus ADC. He got pinged by his Aatrox who straight up was carrying him. And 13-19 will be making scoreboard pings for allies only visible to yourself. Bravo, my friend. Bravo. So this is the dearest Karthus person. Yep. No wonder that name rang the bell. That's the one. So whatever you do, chat, don't leave mean comments under this League of Legends video. Yeah. Because I for a fact know that Riot Oberon is reading every single comment there.
Next year, when you step onto the Rift, it'll look a little bit different than you're used to. We want seasons to be a way you can immerse yourself in League, especially once you load onto the Rift. So we have a preview of some of the updates you can expect in Season 1 of 2025.
We're headed to everyone's favorite region of fierce fighters, cloak and dagger magic.
What did he say?
We're headed to everyone's favorite region.
Excuse me? Fuck you mean everyone's favorite region? Bro. How out of touch and not within the reality you are? Dog, your product is League of Legends. Your consumer are League of Legends players. I'ma say what everyone knows. League of Legends players are fucking racist. You know what? I know it. Everyone knows it. And there's one region in the entire map of Runeterra that's borderline insane, batshit crazy racist, and that's Demacia. So you cannot tell me that Noxus is everyone's favorite.
Of fierce fighters, cloak and dagger magic, and strength, above all. Prepare to be... decimated!
He just used Decimate on Riot Oberon. Basically, in the next patch, we are disabling Darius's Decimate. Like, that's it. Toxic. He used it on Riot Oberon. The Toxic.
Beyond the Noxian invasion of the map, we've also made some gameplay improvements and changes for next year.
First, it wouldn't be a new season without an overhaul to the item system. Just kidding.
I was, for a second, I was happy. And ironically, for a second, I was happy.
But there are some Noxian-themed boot upgrades.
So, boots. But edgy. Gotcha. Steel caps. Lucidity. Merc treads. Swifties. Mobies. Berserkers. Fuck is that? What is the purple one? What is the purple one? Did I miss some boots? Or that's just casually magical footwear?
But it's not as simple as picking them up from the shop. In fact, they come along with a new mechanic, Feats of Strength.
There are 3 objectives that your team can claim throughout the game. First Blood, First Tower, and first 3 epic jungle monsters. If your team is the first to complete 2 of these 3 objectives, so for example, First Blood and First Tower, your tier 2 boots will transform into new versions with slightly better stats.
Okay, but how better? AP boots. Oh yeah, store shoes. Yeah, I forgot about the store shoes. My bad.
You'll also get access to powerful Noxus-themed boots, which you can purchase as a final upgrade. We want Feats of Strength to celebrate early game successes without immediately snowballing the game out of control. We're experimenting with different types of power progression to see how it feels for a reward in the early game to open up more choices in the late game.
We're also introducing Nexus turret respawning.
What?
An incredibly frustrating experience is just winning a late game teamfight only to lose your Nexus turrets. You kept the game alive, but at what cost?
Wait, what?
Now it feels like your team is doomed to hang around in your base for another 200 years, babysitting an open Nexus.
Yes.
To give your team a better chance at coming back from these situations, your Nexus turrets will now respawn after a set time once they're destroyed. Now, your team can rally for an epic comeback without having to worry about a backdoor cast.
No, not the Expect K. No! Bro, that's what made this game fucking interesting, the Expect K. No! Of course, if you're on the defending side, that's borderline cancer. Because you're straight up hugging your towers and placing pinks everywhere and praying to fucking gods no one from the enemy team has a teleport, Pantheon ultimate, or other randomized teleport out of fucking nowhere. Sure. It kinda helps out the new players, sure. Because let's be real, all players that are quitting League, still Riot's interest in acquiring new users are the new players. And getting expected is not the best experience for a new player, unless you're the one doing the expecting. Then it's the best feeling in the fucking planet.
We're also adding some new minor runes to rebalance some of the vision-related options in the domination tree. Sixth Sense. Grizzly Memento.
What was that? Hold on. Let's talk about it. What was that Sixth Sense? Is that out of nowhere you get 3 oracles?
Sixth Sense.
It does look like out of nowhere 3 oracles, although we don't see Gled's inventory, so we cannot tell for sure.
Grizzly Memento.
Crystal Memento. Okay, she... Wait, what's happening? Just shows you there is a ward. Kinda makes sense. Yeah, like we have the same system right now, but you have to ping it and then you see the timer on the unremoved enemy ward is still in there. So basically like that. But if you click on it, do you get 5 gold or not? That's the real question in here. What is that?
And Deep Ward. As well as a new addition to the sorcery tree called Axiom Arcanist, which makes ultimates more powerful. We also
That make what powerful? Hold on. They are cooking.
As well as a new addition to the sorcery tree called Axiom Arcanist, which makes ultimates more powerful.
Aha. So, you go Domination Tree, you go Dark Harvest, you go Ultimate Hunter. In the Sorcery Tree, you are picking cooldowns, I believe. Or fuck it, Absolute Focus. And this Ultimate Enchanting. And you play Tima. Like, this game just became a bit more evil. I like it.
We also couldn't resist changing items just a little bit. So we're adding some small scope adjustments to tank items and adding a new item called Bloodletter's Curse. Well, new-ish. It'll look familiar if you've spent time in Arena. But if you haven't, Bloodletter's Curse reduces the target's magic resistance from repeated spell hits, which is sort of like an AP version of Black Cleaver.
Actually a dub. Straight up actually a dub, because APs were just straight up forced to go fucking raw magic pen. For sure, or Liandry's or something like in that case. I feel like, well, we had Demonic Embrace that's converted into true damage back in the day. But if you want to go an AP assassin, somewhat of a mage, you know, feels like this is a good addition.
Finally, let's dig into the biggest update of the season, Arcane, bringer
The what?
of ruin. The new epic jungle monster is drawn to death and destruction. He will spawn only once at 20 minutes on either the top or bottom side of the map, whichever side has seen the most champion damage and kills by 14 minutes.
Oh, so you can decide where it spawns. You can tell your bot lane, guys, play safe for the first 14 minutes, and then you are perma-sitting and perma-camping topside as a jungler. So definitely, you can debate that camp to spawn in a topside. Or do the Uno reverse and actually say to your topside, just survive. We're going to have some fun in the bottom, you know?
To signal where he'll make his entrance, Arcane's arena will spawn, adding new permanent walls to that side of the map. Arcane's dark influence will also cause blood roses to grow periodically in the areas where champions have been killed. More death means more roses.
What do roses do though?
Blood roses drop bloody petals for your entire team, which stack any number of times and last through the entire game.
But can you drop them? Like, we have the cinders when it's a fire dragon soul. Like, you are collecting those cinders on the map. Do you drop them when you die or not?
Each petal collected, your whole team gains a small experience and power boost. So if you see one, grab it.
So basically, everyone becomes a bard main. Like, we're getting chimes in here. Dog, we straight up got fucking chimes. I'm a bard main now. You're a bard main now. Everyone is a bard fucking main.
Arcane has two forms, Ruinous and Voracious. Higher action games spawn Ruinous Arcane, who you might want to fight up close and personal to avoid his constricting rings of damage, which creates the perfect chance for an ace and a steal. Killing Ruinous Arcane grants bloody petals to the team who kills him and spawns a grove of blood roses in the area for anyone to collect. Voracious Arcane spawns in lower action games. He does less damage to his enemies, but, as his name implies, is hungrier. As his health gets lower, he gets an increasingly more powerful drain ability based on missing health. The team who takes down Voracious Arcane gets a one-time rebirth buff, similar to Guardian Angel. So now you really have a reason to force that team fight.
Yes, if you are in high elo. Anything below Master will be a shit show.
We're introducing Arcane for a couple of reasons. First, unless you're T1, a 20-minute Baron is pretty tough to get, so we're moving Baron's spawn back to 25 minutes and providing another mid-game macro option in the form of Arcane. Second, unless you're T1, a 20-minute Baron is pretty tough to get, so we're moving Baron's spawn back to 25 minutes.
They are making the games longer. First Baron at 25 minutes. Good!
And providing another mid-game macro option in the form of Arcane. Second, based on how Arcane plays out each game, we hope to see more different and interesting game states in both mid and late game. And we feel that designing an objective whose spawn location, form, and rewards are decided by how you play should make each game of League feel more varied.
More varied. Yeah, but now we're focusing into longer games, into the stacking meta. So expect to see Nessus, Veigar, Sion. Who is the late game hyper carry? I want to see Kog'Maw and Vayne. These two. Rise. Aurelion Sol. If the game becomes longer, the champion pool is getting changed, the meta is changing. So there's that. Smolder. Oh yeah, Smolder. Yeah, I forgot about that fucking creature.
Our goal is for every gameplay change to make League better. As we move to seasons, this remains the same.
Kindred. As well, on the subject of ADCs. Kindred.
So these changes were designed for the long term. That said, we'll keep an eye on
So goodbye, assassins? What assassins? Are those assassins in the room with us right now? Bro, we haven't seen assassins since fucking durability patch.
how they're landing and make adjustments if needed. But for now, Arcane and all the other updates are here to stay for good. We can't wait to see how these go as you start your climbs next year.
As part of building seasons, we took a look at how rewards would be part of the overall seasonal experience. That led us to updating our reward systems. That means things like event passes, champion mastery, honor rewards, etc. We felt that this was a great time to address some problems that have built up. We're going to dive into those details, so bear with us.
First, over the years, these systems have become needlessly complex. With an excessive number of currencies, unnecessary steps to craft and claim rewards, overlapping loot types, we could go on.
Yeah, and what the entire this fiesta he just described does to a client, and how it welcomes a new player. Like, bro, sometimes I'm getting lost in the currencies and bullshit like that, and I've been playing this game since season 3. So imagine dropping all of that information on a new player.
I've been given some key fragments that you have to then craft into a key that you pair with a chest, that you open up to get another key in a chest, and some essence that you open up to get a skin shard that you pair with some orange essence or reroll to eventually get a random skin. That sort of level of unnecessary complexity going on.
Oh, you say so? Only if you say so, bro. I don't know, I found it enjoying.
Secondly, those systems are all scattered throughout the client. What you can earn, how and where you track it, etc. sucks. And third, events and the rewards being only sometimes available make some moments less rewarding to play League.
So, here are some of the changes we're making. There will always be a battle pass active, with both
Straight up, not even hiding it, not even hesitating. Big money, right off the chart, right through the fucking gates. Money. So, what makes you passionate about this game? Money!
a free and a paid track, with the price the same as an event pass today. You'll get pass rewards through the tracks, meaning we're removing the event tokens and shop.
There will be 2 passes per season, with them tying into each season's thematic. That means most of the rewards will reflect what's going on in and around the game, and fewer random rewards. We'll have the same number of passes per year at 6, with a longer average duration per pass.
We're also moving most of our scattered reward systems to the free track of those battle passes. So, most rewards will now be in one place, with systems like Honor and Champion Mastery feeding into the pass. For example, having a high Honor level will give bonus to pass experience earned.
You can earn 12 skins per year with the free pass. Half of these skins will be themed to the season you unlock them in. We'll also be simplifying the loot and crafting system. Orbs will always be available, so Masterwork chests, for example, will get phased out since they serve such a similar purpose. Overall, we want the pass to be the core vessel for how you track and earn rewards.
I mean, the way they are narrating it, one could fall under the impression that it's for the benefit of the user. Well, in reality, it's straight up profit-driven action. But it's not a bad thing. Because at the same time, they are killing 2 birds with a single stone. A, they're simplifying the game for players, which is amazing because that shit was complex. And 2, they are potentially increasing the sales of Battle Pass, because if every single thing is going to be in one location, you will not be distracted on different aspects, on different currencies, different bullshit. And you can get to see what's in the battle pass, I believe, in the premium one. So you know.
If you choose to buy the paid version, we also
They say it's free. Yeah. Just like in every other game that has battle passes figured out, there's a free battle pass. You see the loot, you see your prizes, you see your rewards and shit. And then on the other line, you see the same shit, but shiny, very shiny, yeah, that you could acquire if you purchase the premium battle pass. At least that's how predatory games who thrive on that figured out how it works in a legal manner. You know, like, it's not gacha, it's not gamba. They should just straight up show you the product that you're gonna get. But at the same time, they're throwing you in the position of constantly seeing that, I got What's Up Malphite. I could have gotten, if I had the Supreme Battle Pass, I could have gotten What's Up Malphite Facebook Edition Skibidi Rizzler Edition, you know? I wonder if that's going to be the comparison. Because in that case, bro, take my money, you know? I want that Skibidi Rizzler to a Malphite skin.
want it to be very clear what you're getting.
I see it's still better than the shit that we have right now at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, regardless, it's a dub. Kinda predatory, but a dub.
And how to make the most.
But at the end of the day, bro, we're talking about League of Legends and Riot, bro. Fuck, it's not predatory in here. Everything is predatory in here. Dog, they had a rune predator. Also, not to mention the 500 and 2000 skins and whatnot. Yeah.
Of it.
Now, these elements have a ton of moving parts to them. There's a lot more details than what we've talked about just here. We'll cover that all in the dev blog that's out right now. Switching gears a bit, I want to talk about another change for next year that isn't quite tied to seasons, but instead by feedback from all of you. Ranked resets. These have been a topic of a lot of conversation in recent years, particularly when it comes to feelings around how often you want to restart your climbs, how fast a climb should be, what feels rewarding versus what feels like a grind, etc. And looking back, we don't think 12 resets a year has been the right call for League.
Right.
So, we're moving to 6 per year.
Yeah, I can live with that. So, if you're an average Joe, and you have only 5 hours a week to play this game, you'll be spending 1 week playing your placements, yeah? Then, another week casually chilling in your elo trying to climb. Then on the week number 3, yeah, you are playing new placements. I like it.
Okay, just kidding. Please, put down the pitchforks.
No. Too late for that. No.
We're going back to 1 large reset at the start of each year, with no additional resets during the year.
Rank system tuning in terms of
Okay, but how does the split work now?
the size of the January reset, the number of the games to climb on average, and other systems will be similar to the numbers we used back in 2022 and before.
Okay, so we're back to soft resets. Gotcha.
That said, there will still be 3 Victoria skins you can earn, 1 for each season. If you want to earn each skin, you will need to win 15 ranked games during that season.
Or what's the other option, bro? Be realistic with me, bro. Give me something more in my scope of abilities. 15 wins in season. Bro, let's be real.
Again, though, neither your visible rank nor your MMR will reset except in January.
So no soft reset. Okay.
Next up, we want to chat about a potential replacement for quick play that we'll be trying in some regions. It's called Swift Play, and it's
Okay, enlighten me. What's going on in here?
meant to be a lower stakes experience than Summoner's Rift, though with more strategic elements than you'd find in, for example, ARAM. You'll still have the same core elements that you'd expect to find in a game of Summoner's Rift, farming, snowballing, team fighting for objectives, etc. But with added changes to keep all players more competitive, like ramping gold and XP as the game goes on. Those changes won't make it so you can suddenly jump ahead of your opponent if you're 0 and 10, but they will make it so that even if you're down, you're never completely out of the game.
The fact that Swift Play is also less punishing when behind should also make the mode ideal for those of you looking to play with friends you wouldn't be willing to put your LP on the line for. As mentioned,
Like, that silver bullet. Oof, that one stung. That one stung because I'm that player in the friend group who no one wants to play and put their LP on the line. So you're telling me there's hope for me to play with my friends again. Lovely, thank you, Riot.
Swift Play will be rolling out in January to replace Quick Play in select regions. So we hope you'll give it a try and let us know what you think when it hits live. We also have a blog dropping today with more details, so be sure to check that out. And last, but hopefully not least, we've got some changes coming to the practice tool. Over the years, you've told us that it's a useful but somewhat limited way to get better at League. The most common desire we've seen people bring up is to practice with other players, whether it's in one-on-one duels with a friend or on a full teamfight drill with a pre-made team.
Practice Tool wasn't built with multiplayer in mind. And we've had some cautions about how League could be a lot less fun if the optimal way to get better is to spend almost all your time in Practice Tool rather than playing real games. But we do think we've likely been too cautious here. So we're going to be giving multiplayer Practice Tool a try.
Nice!
You should see that on the PBE soon.
Nice!
It's an experimental feature, and we'll probably encounter an interesting range of bugs.
Not bugs, features. That shit will be features. Because, chat, do you know the story of League of Legends? Do you know the story of Dota? Because that's how these amazing games were created. Initially, it was just a custom mod on Warcraft. Players had the liberty of creating their own maps, their own settings, their own shenanigans. If you give the such freedom to players right now in Practice Tool, yeah, dog, I have a feeling there's gonna be a couple of creative game modes created that Riot in the span of next few years will implement it as a mode, as an actual game mode. Imagine you and the boys go 3v3, hide and seek exactly. You remove the cooldowns out of your abilities. You place a fucking Timo in the middle, yeah? And your objective is to play football. Just imagine the middle area. Imagine the mid lane. 4 of you in one team, and 1 random Timo in the enemy team. Timo is the ball. 2 of you versus 2 of your friends. Your job is to kick Timo into the enemy tower. That's it. That's it. That's one game mode right there. Hide and seek. Second game mode. Bro, shit's about to be fun.
That said though, we're looking into whether we can ship it as part of season start in January. And if that's not on track, we'll give you an update as to where it's up to.
Before we wrap up, one last seasons thing. We'll be changing up how we name patches to match seasons. So instead of patch 15.1 coming out in January, it'll be patch 25.s1.1, calling out the year, season, and patch number. Season 2 will then kick off in patch 25.s2.1. You get the idea.
Okay, that is it from us today. The next time you hear from us will be in January, at the start of the season.
We used to play a game of 5v5 with a Teemo on each team on the tree line, and players had to find and kill the Teemo first. Exactly. Like, bro, I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. This shit will be fun.
We'll be back then to share some extra stuff that'll come out later in Season 1. We do want to acknowledge, though, that we've covered most of the big changes that you'll see day 1 next year. That said, still got a few surprises left.
And of course, we'll have the cinematic to kick things off. To no one's surprise, we can confirm that it's also going to focus a lot on Noxus and Noxian champions, but that's all we can share for now.
We hope you all have a great December, great holiday season, and a happy new year.
Noxus. And we're getting a Noxus cinematic. I really hope that's not going to be the camera view of Summoner's Rift, which is changed to Noxus Rift. You know? That's my only one fear I have. Give me everything else, I'm fucking fine. Anyway, and these are the news. Not bad. Actually, the news.